following video uses copyrighted footage. This footage is being used for fan-made entertainment only. All rights belong to the original owners. Please support the original releases as intended. Welcome to the new year, you beautiful bastard. So, I like to pride myself on making sure that I get these videos out like in 3 months' time. About a year ago, I was able to show off a few examples of good and bad voice acting. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light! And I had a lot of fun with that video, but it wasn't the writing, it was more or less the recording, and it's probably because I had some of the most fun that I've ever had recording any sort of video, because I was able to try and attempt some of the scenes that I held to my heart personally, and I think I really came out with something that was well made and entertaining. So I thought, why not put myself to torture again and start writing up a sequel for that beautiful video. Now, if you didn't watch that video for some odd reason, I'm gonna make sure that you sit through the boring technical part of what makes a voice actor, well, a voice actor. But if you did get to watch that first video, then yeah, you can go ahead and just skip to this timestamp. Just skip to the timestamp. It's right there. First things first, we need to talk about what equipment I will be using for this video. For hardware, I use a Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen audio interface paired up with an Audio Technica AT2020 XLR microphone. These are the most basic pieces of equipment that you could possibly have, and honestly, if you are someone that uses a USB microphone currently and would like to move up in budget, I would suggest using these two. However, if you don't have that much of a budget, stick with USB, because even a little bit of editing, anything can sound good. Now, if you really want to spice up that audio quality, look no further than a DAW. I can hear your confusion mixed with boredom, asking,
what is a DAW, and should I even care?
Well, if you could just let me riff for a couple minutes, I can tell you exactly what it is, so can I riff? Can I riff? A DAW, or a digital audio workstation, is your most basic programs, Adobe Audition, Audacity, or even Ableton. This is where your ears come in handy to make sure that your script reads are all fine and dandy. Me personally, I like to add a compressor or a noise gate to my microphone to make sure that my voice is the strongest thing that you can hear throughout these videos. The noise gate is mainly to keep any intrusive sounds like fans like that making their way into the recording. But you honestly need to keep in mind that these effects can only go so far. It really is up to what environment that you are recording in, and you really got to use your ears to make sure that the audio quality doesn't completely dip whenever you're overusing any like noise gate or using the compressor to be too intense. That's basically what you really need to understand how to get into voice acting, aside from taking any classes. Me, personally, I don't have any time to go into classes. This is a complete lie. I have all the time in the world. I just keep putting it off because I'm a dumbass. Anyways, that's enough messing around. We have a video to make. As per usual with being a YouTuber, I need to remind you to like, subscribe, and comment down below any sort of suggestions for what I should redub next for the future, because finding these clips was genuinely harder than the last video. So, what are the clips that I have lined up, dear viewer? Oh, I am so glad that you asked, because it's time. It's time for us to start this video. So, number one, I kind of wanted to start off with something a little bit more difficult. I've always viewed myself as more of an omnipotent being, someone who's higher standard. And honestly, what better way to start off the video than attempting to out-god the human Shinigami himself, Light Yagami from Death Note. If you aren't familiar with the series Death Note, then I really don't know what to tell you other than you should watch it, read it, consume it in any way possible, but not during my video. Watch afterwards when you see this clip and judge for yourself.
Now everything that was in my way is gone, and everyone else still believes in me. It's only a matter of time before I get rid of the police. What do you think of that, Elle? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
This is genuinely one of the greatest performances in any English dub for any anime. And here's little old me attempting to replicate this moment in history. I am in complete pain. Now everything that was in my way is gone, and everyone else still believes in me. It's only a matter of time before I get rid of the police. What do you think of that, Elle? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win! Oh boy, did that sound pretty decent actually. It's really difficult to actually just make yourself fake laugh like a psychopath. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Honestly, you go ahead and try to make yourself laugh like a psycho and see if you have like convincing results. Go into your local school, go into your local supermarket, laugh like a psychopath, and see if they put you into a mental ward. So, moving on to the next clip. I've watched this clip a good couple times now, and I think I need to watch it again just to really appreciate how peak this dialogue is. The clip that I'm talking about is from the English dub of a Japanese animated miniseries called Cyber City 080-808. Now, this is something I'm personally not familiar with, and honestly, I might watch the 3 episodes that are out that I see here in the future, just because of how amazing this English dub is. The English dub has a scene of who I assume is the main character, Benton, getting into his vehicle while a friend of his calls out to him, and Benton retorts with some of the best dialogue that I've ever heard. I'm honestly stalling at this point, so let's just run the clip.
Hey, Benton, don't crap your pants if you see a vampire out there.
Get lost. You wouldn't recognize a goddamn vampire if one jumped up and bit you on the end of your fucking dick. So just get off my back.
The absolute Shakespearean writing of this dialogue exchange, it brings me to near tears because of its beauty. The way Benton retorts by saying, "You wouldn't recognize a goddamn vampire if one jumped and bit you on the end of your fucking dick." Peak. You have to keep in mind that this was at a point in time when anime dubbing was relatively new, and honestly, profanity was a lot more normal for anime dubs. At least I think so. I don't know, the past anime dubs that I've seen, like that were from like the 80s to 90s, cursing was a lot more normal. Anyways, that's enough stalling. Let's just redub.
Hey Benton, don't shit your pants if you see a vampire out there, you fucking pussy. Get lost. You wouldn't recognize a vampire if one pissed garlic on your head and bit the end of your fucking dick. So just get off of my dick. And why don't you take that small cock of yours and take it out of my ass? Fucking loser.
As you can tell, I extended the clip a little bit and even added some new lines to the script. Now, when I tell you I did my absolute best to keep the spirit of the original script with these additions, I did my best. I did my absolute best. Tell me what you think about my rendition of the scene, and whether it's better or worse with the new line additions. This is kind of in line as to what I wanted to do for the last video, just to create some variation, but due to me putting myself on a time crunch, I didn't really have all the time for that. However, we don't have those restrictions now, do we? Because now I know how to make these videos with ease. Vocal cord damages aside. So, you probably can't tell, but you know, I have a lot of energy right now, and I just woke up, and yes, this is the same hoodie. Deal with it. I don't have the headphones. But we're going to be getting our next clip, and the next clip that we are going to be getting this from is Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Now, this is a series about, girl, and, she bullies boy, and, you know, yeah, that's kind of like what it is. But also there's like this little whole thing that she's kind of in love with him, and he's kind of like, you know, and he likes her a lot, you know, as well. Now, what scene am I going to be redoing from this series? Well, it's actually going to be done from the English dub, the 2nd season, 8th episode, where Naoto, aka Senpai, aka Paisen, depending on your persuasion, and Nagatoro are actually engaging in a sparring match. A nice little friendly sparring match, and, yeah, you know what, just play that flippin' clip.
Senpai? Why in the hell are you just standing there?
This is bad!
You look so terrified. What did you think was gonna happen?
What? I'm not terrified. You're terrified.
Really nice comeback, but I'm not done yet. There! Now you're pinned. Even beginners can last longer than this. You're not trying hard enough.
I promise I am. It's just that you're...
I'm what, huh?
You're...
Yeah?
You're really heavy.
Now, admittedly, I don't have the voice of a teenage girl, but I do have the voice of a teenage boy sometimes. And I got a little bored when I was, you know, doing all this myself, doing all this voice acting stuff myself. So I called upon Twitter. I was like, hey, I need a voice actor for this very specific scene. Now, I know Twitter is a bit of an abomination when you're trying to ask for help. However, this time it actually went pretty well. I immediately found a voice actress to help me out with this whole situation, and you're gonna be able to find her socials like on the screen, pop up on the screen somewhere, and it's all gonna be in the description as well. So their name is Hannah, and you know, you're gonna find that their information are all in the description, all over the screen, because they deserve it, because their voice is so perfect for Nagatoro, and I can't believe it. So once I got the help of Hannah, we basically got down to like talking about what scene it is, what script it is, and yeah, this is basically the result. So here you go.
This is bad.
You look so terrified. What did you think was gonna happen?
What? I'm not terrified. You're terrified.
Good comeback, but I'm not done yet.
Ow!
There, now you're pinned. Even beginners can last longer than this. You're not trying hard enough.
I promise I am. It's just that you're...
I'm what, huh? Yeah?
You're really heavy.
Now you gotta admit, this is pretty damn good. This is like high quality, like anime dub quality. Now, Hannah did an amazing job. I did a pretty okay job. I don't really want to toot my own horn here, but you know, obviously, let's be real here. We all did an amazing job here. The music, the sound effects, the voices, it's all pretty damn good. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah, you know, honestly, let's move on to the next clip, man, because that's all I really gotta say. It's pretty damn good. So, as you can tell, it's a completely different day yet again. Yeah, so, the clip that was gonna be after the Nagatoro clip was actually going to be a Gurren Lagann clip, and, yeah, copyright kind of screwed me. This video was all done and dusted, like, last week. I had everything all prepared. I had a funny bit, like, finished up, and, yeah. So I had to get into some thinking. I had to really remember, you know, what could not get me killed. There is a show where the voice actor is my favorite voice actor of all time. His name's Josh Keaton, and I decided to redo one of his scenes from Spectacular Spider-Man, one of the best Spider-Man shows of all freaking time. Now, I know I have a lot of energy right now, but like compared to like literally those last 2 times I tried to reset this, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better than I was before. So anyways, let's stop playing around. Let's stop messing around. Play the clip that I'm going to be redubbing today.
I never asked to be Spider-Man. I never asked for these powers. I never knew it would mean a bashed up hand, a hard 9 p.m. curfew, no job, and friends who all think I'm scum. It was all just a twist of fate. Bad luck, a random bug bite. Easiest decision I ever made. Except I saved him. Spider-Man's no magic wand, but thanks to the webhead, Kurt's cured, and Billy gets his father back. So what if nobody threw a parade? Spidey stays because Spidey's needed. For now, anyway.
Now, here's my worry. I'm not gonna be able to match up to the absolute, you know, quality that Josh Keaton has obviously brought to us by, you know, being one of the best Spider-Man voices of all time. But the important thing is I try, you know? The important thing is I try and I show off my Spider-Man voice, which it's not that much of a Spider-Man voice if you really think about it. It's kind of just my voice. But I could be Spider-Man. Anyways, that's enough dilly-dallying. Let's just redub it. Let's redub it. I never asked to be Spider-Man. I never asked for these powers. Never knew it would mean a bashed up hand, a hard 9 p.m. curfew, no job, and friends who all think I'm scum. was all just a twist of fate. Bad luck, a random bug bite. Easiest decision I ever made. Except I saved them. Spider-Man's no magic wand, but thanks to the webhead, Kurt's cured, and Billy gets his father back. So what if nobody threw a parade? Spidey stays cause Spidey's needed. For now, anyway. So, is my quality of being Spider-Man not amazing? I don't think my Spider-Man voice is that good. I'll be honest with you, me being Spider-Man would not fit. Me being like literally any other character from Spider-Man would actually be way better. You know, Flash Thompson, Eddie Brock, because me as Spider-Man I'll be honest, me as Spider-Man does not work, but I do think I did a decent job here. I think I did a pretty decent job, you know, given like my own talent. Or, you know, my lack of talent. But anyways, if you really just want to let me know what you think of, just put it down in the comments or whatever. I don't know. I don't really mind my voice, but I don't think it fits Spider-Man that well. Also, if you do want to see the original, you know, clip that I was going to redub from Gurren Lagann, maybe I'll put it down in a link somewhere. I don't know. As like a Google Drive thing, because clearly I can't upload it on YouTube, otherwise it's gonna get blocked. Anyways, moving on. We're here for the final clip of the entire video. The final clip. Originally, I didn't really know what I was gonna do until I saw Totally Not Mark's review of the Boo Saga, and I heard a couple familiar voices.
Hug complete.
Is it gonna be okay?
That's Team 4-Star, by the way. That's Team 4-Star. That's Team 4-Star. If you don't know who Team 4-Star is, I can't help you. I really cannot help you. I don't really know what you want me to do unless, you know, you go to Team 4-Star's channel and you look up Dragon Ball Z Abridged. You are gonna thank me. You are really gonna thank me. Anyways, that got me to thinking, I should do another Dragon Ball clip. I should really do another one. Now, are you starting to see the pattern of me being in love with Dragon Ball Z? Are you really starting to see the pattern? I mean, it's just kind of like, you know, common sense. Because I ended up really getting into voice acting because of Dragon Ball Z, and, you know, it's continuing. Now, what scene do I have in mind? Well, there is a very specific scene in the Boo Saga that I've always wanted to do, and I've always wanted to test my, lung capacity on. I think we all know what it is. You know, just play the clip if you want to know what it is. Here you go.
What you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2. And this
What's he doing?
is to go even further beyond.
What's going on? Goten's dad is putting out even more energy than before. I should go. I don't want to get yelled at again.
I'm sorry that took so much longer than the others, but I haven't had much occasion to practice this one. This is what I call a Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, that's the clip I'm gonna be trying to match up to. Now, when I say that I've always wanted to do this scene, I mean, ever since childhood. Literally ever since 8 years old, I've always wanted to do this scene. And yeah, here we are. So let's stop wasting time and why don't I show you what I can do? What you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended above a Super Saiyan. Or you could just call this Super Saiyan 2. And this,
What's he doing?
is to go even further beyond!
What's going on? Goten's dad is putting out even more energy than before. I should go. I don't want to get yelled at again.
Sorry that took so much longer than the others. I haven't had much occasion to practice this one. This is what I call Super Saiyan 3.
I mean, that's pretty alright, right? That's pretty damn good. That's pretty good. Obviously, I can't scream as long as Sean Shamel. I don't have the lung capacity to scream for that long. Do you know how long that man screams for? That's like a whole minute of screaming. I counted. But honestly, the way that everything kind of plays out for how I made this, you know, how I redid everything, how I was able to get the soundtrack, how I was able to, you know, do some of the sound effects, be able to do some of the other voices, fucking Bobbity, Trunks, Majin Buu. I think I did pretty damn good. Honestly, I think I did pretty damn good. But that's not up for me to decide. You know, like, what did you think? What did you think about me doing that scene? What did you, like, you know, think about the comparison that I give? Now, here we are, almost the end of the video, and I think I'm forgetting something.
'Cause I keep digging myself down deeper.